Hi folks, Scott here, just doing a quick video review of the Mindshift Backlight 26 litre camera pack. It's predominantly designed as an outdoor pack, meant for going out on hikes and bushwalks, etc. But it's pretty useful just as an everyday pack as well. It's got some pretty clever features that make it particularly useful for hiking, and probably the most significant one of those is the fact that the pack unzips from the back, unlike most packs that either unzip from the top or unzip from the front. This one unzips from the back. When you flip it open, you've got access to all of your camera gear and lenses. It has a handy dandy neck strap that you can place around your head so that the flap doesn't come down while you're working in your pack. So the idea is that you swivel the pack around on your waist strap so that it's in front of you. You have to slip your shoulder straps, of course, but then the pack just hangs in front of you and you can access your gear. It's a 26 litre pack all up, and that's broken down into an 18 litre camera compartment and lens compartment, and 9 litres for other stuff. So you can see it packs in quite a lot of stuff here. That's a Nikon D5 with a 24 to 70 millimeter lens on. It just fits, it's snug, particularly the height, but it does fit, and it's a well padded back, so I don't have any problems with closing the pack down. Coming down, we've got the 70 to 200 millimeter lens. And I've also got the 14 to 24 wide angle lens. A few primes in there, 85, 35 and 50. Really don't take those out bush, but they're useful to have around for when I'm shooting in town. I've got both my speed lights here, the SB700 on top and the SB900 below. Usually when I shoot I use two cameras, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. The pack comes complete with its own little rain shelter, which is useful. Would have probably been nicer if it was built into the pack, in the bottom of the pack, then you could just pull it out and over, but a nice addition to protect your gear. In this little compartment I keep a loupe, really useful for viewing your photos outdoors. So if you want to do some review and you're in bright sunlight and you can't quite make something out on the camera screen, you can hit it, pull out the loupe, put that over the top, and you can see perfectly. So that's all the gear that fits in there, which is pretty useful. On the reverse side, you've also got these mesh pockets, which you can store things like memory cards, I guess, and other bits and bobs, maybe a map or two if you're afraid of getting lost. So that's the back of the pack. It's a pretty comfortable harness, I gotta say. I do a fair bit of bushwalking. I like my Osprey packs for their comfort in the harness, but this is pretty comparable, I should say, with that. It really is a comfortable harness. Nice big thick padded shoulder straps give you plenty of support, and you can see they've got this extra webbing sewn in place so that you can attach accessories if you'd like. I use a Peak Design capture lens mount for the harness, and I put my D7000 on that, usually with a nice long lens for any spurious wildlife shots. I can just quickly whip it off the harness and get my shot in. The waist strap, again, pretty sturdy and stiff. If you're looking for a camera bag or any kind of backpack, having nice broad waist strap is important, but more important than that is that they're a bit stiff. You don't want them to be too flexy, because if they're too flexy they don't hold the weight of your gear so well. And as you can see, you've got this strap here which would allow you to attach you know, maybe a thigh bag or something like that. I've got a Mindshift lens bag, which I would put there particularly if the weather was inclement and I wanted to keep a lens handy, but keep it dry. What you can see is here I actually used the Peak Design lens changer, which is a really UV piece of equipment. Basically, you can attach a lens to one side, have it on vacant on the other side. So when you want to change lenses, you take the lens off your camera that you want to change, pop it in the top, flip it over, take the second lens off and put it on your camera, and you're away until you want to swap back. Really clever. That's Peak Design lens changer. Nice deep pockets here for water bottles, etc. There's one on each side. You could actually put your tripod in there if you wanted to and use your compression strapping to hold it in. One good thing about the compression strap is they lock down. This is not a usual feature on a lot of packs. So basically, once you've done your adjustment, you can lock the compression strap into place. Not that you get much slippage out of compression straps, but it's a nice little touch. And of course, all the zippers have got these nice toggles on them, which mean that you can use them one-handed. You don't have to hold the pack down. You've got your carry strap on the top for when you're just moving it by hand. In the front section, it's quite generous. You've got a small pocket up the top here, which you can't really fit much in. Maybe your wallet, maybe your car keys. But much more generous is this front pocket. They say all up you've got 9 litres of storage, and you can fit a 15-inch laptop in there. There's space for your iPad as well. A couple little slots for pens and stuff. Another little pocket that you might put memory cards, etc., or maybe a filter in. And then just a compartment, a bit of compartment space for all your gear. I keep my Black Rapid strap in there and spare batteries, etc. If I had one complaint about the pack, it's probably that it doesn't have enough storage pockets that are easily accessible for your sundry items. But you could fit a rain jacket in there and food for a day's outing. You've also got one further pocket on the front. Again, you're not going to get heaps in there, but you might stuff a lightweight rain jacket in there, or your map or whatever. Seems to be mandatory on packs. I don't know why they have them in Australia, because not many people ever get to use ice axes here, but they're there. The other clever thing about this pack is it comes with its tripod mounting system. So on the bottom here, you've got a pocket which has a cup that you can fit 2 feet of your tripod into, and you've got a tie-down strap that you can use to hold your tripod in place. And then same up the top, you've got a nice little piece of strapping that comes out that's adjustable that you can use to tie down your tripod with. So all in all, it's a pretty functional and user-friendly pack. I've got to say I'm pretty impressed with it. Not only does it hold basically all the gear I could ever possibly want to take anywhere, it's very, very comfortable and functional as well. So I'm looking forward to using it quite a lot coming up over summer.